Hey guys, what's up? It's Luce, and today you are watching The Tea with me. So today I do not have tea. I have some decaf coffee with probably too much vanilla caramel creamer. Usually I don't like it this sweet, but today I was just in like a sweet mood, so I added extra. And you guys know me, so of course I'm gonna be all decked out in fall already. I have a fall blanket on my chair right now. And I'm wearing a sweater even though it's like 80 degrees outside today. But I'm inside, so I want to get all cozy for the video. But hi you guys, I know it's been a while. I know that I haven't been posting as much recently. But like I said before, I've really been working on my music, my album that just came out. If you haven't listened to it, feel free to. It should be on every listening platform. On my other channel, the Lucy May Joy channel, there are lyric videos if you feel like checking that out, and also some clean versions too. So today, kind of a more serious topic, honestly, but I've just had a lot on my mind, and I wanted to share with you guys kind of the stuff that I've been working through, like some of the struggles I've been going through, but more so why I don't give up. So this is like a little journal entry that I wrote, and then my why. So I know that I am certainly not the only one who goes through trials in life, who has their hardships, who deals with mental health, physical health, maybe it's relationship issues, maybe it's family issues, maybe it's something at work, or maybe you don't have a job and like that's really tricky. Also, I realize that every time I hit the table, the camera shakes, so I'm gonna move the camera real quick. Okay, we're gonna go with that because now I didn't realize that I put my tripod up against the table. But I know that I'm not the only one dealing with these things, but the only person who feels like they just don't have anything left to give at certain times. And so I wanted to do a more encouraging, uplifting video for myself, but also for anybody else who might be going through a really difficult situation in their life. So I am going to read the little journal entry that I wrote, and then then I'll talk about my whys. And I'm so sorry that my voice is really raspy right now. I work I work. I'm also so tired. I talk a lot at work, and I often have to talk like this because I do teaching and therapy with little kids. So I'd be like, oh, we're gonna go this way. Oh, do you want to do that? And so I often talk in a higher voice for the kiddos. And then also a few nights ago, I went to a wedding. So of course, I'm dancing and singing on the dance floor, shouting all the lyrics. And so, my voice is shot right now. But oh well. Okay. I will read it. My mind gets busy. The voices get loud. They often come at night when I lay awake in bed replaying the day. Did I act, look, talk, work, eat good enough? Did I give 100% today? This is a cycle that's repeated itself for years. The catch? I know that this isn't helpful. I'm aware that this doesn't help me grow or heal. I've been in what I call my recovery for roughly 6 years now. It's not a consistent upward path by any means. There have been many seasons in life where I've fallen off track, have been hurt both physically and mentally, have had my body collapse into pieces that takes months to pick up. It feels like every time I make progress, life tests me again. So why don't I just give up? Why don't I get a job that pays the bills and call it good? Why don't I just accept that this is how it will always be? Some days, to be honest, I don't even know. But when I'm focused, when I'm sitting in silence with a fresh cup of coffee, I can't talk. When I'm sitting in silence with a fresh cup of coffee, When I'm walking alongside the beautiful trees that dance in the breeze, I remember. I remember my why, and I'd like to share them with you. So if you guys are still interested, maybe you guys can relate to those feelings in your own ways. I want to share with you guys my whys, and maybe this can be a journaling prompt for you guys to really sit with this question and ask yourself, why don't I give up? And if you feel like you have given up, which honestly, I've been there a few times in my life, and if you're stuck in that situation, maybe this is a good way to get yourself out, to take that first really hard, painful step to acknowledge that you really have just kind of let go of control in your life. And so I would like to share with you guys mine. Some of them are a little bit silly, but they work, and other ones are a bit more thoughtful. So the first one is, life is much more than my struggle. There's way more happening in life than my bad moments, my bad days. Even, gosh, if it's a bad year, that's only 1 year in my however many I get. It's simply part of my story. It's not my whole story. And also, if we want to try to make it a little bit sillier, a little bit more lighthearted, who wants to read a story that doesn't have an interesting plot with a character who doesn't want to do anything and isn't motivated, isn't learning lessons from struggles and trials that they're going through? That sounds like a super boring book. So honestly, this is my way of just being like, if you're feeling stuck, if you feel like, why don't I just give up? How about do it for the plot? Don't give up, do it for the plot. 2, my body is not against me. As I've shared before on this channel and my other one, I struggle a lot with many different health conditions, and each day feels like a constant battle with my body, and I never know what to expect. Is today going to be a good day? Is today going to be a day where my body really, really struggles? And it can also change by the minute. So this is a reminder I have to tell myself, is my body is not against me. It's doing its absolute best. Some days my 100% is someone else's 20%. And that's okay. Sometimes the best that I can do is taking a day off work, rest, recover, give myself nourishing food, maybe a bath, or honestly just sleep the whole time. It really depends on how I'm feeling. And then maybe I'll feel better the next day. And maybe that is somebody's chill day, which is great. Everyone needs a chill day. But for me, some days that is work. That is hard to take a shower. It's work to make myself a good meal because I just have like 10% energy. But that is my 100% that day, and so I'm still gonna try. Number 3, I wasn't born and placed in this life to give up. How meaningless would that be? I refuse to live a life where I believe that I have no meaning, that there's no purpose to my existence. I definitely am not claiming to have all the answers of the universe. It's not about that, but simply for myself and what I can bring into this life, I refuse to live a life and have the belief system where my actions, who I am, how I treat people, how I treat myself, have no meaning, have no purpose, and don't affect anybody. Because they do. My words do matter. How I interact with people do matter. How I take care of myself and show up for myself every single day, it does matter. And I don't want to be someone who just has lost all hope, has given up completely, and just acts like whatever I do, it doesn't even matter, because it really does. And even when I feel like maybe I don't have much to bring to the table in this big giant feast of life, I have to remind myself that it's actually not all about me, and I am a character in other people's stories. Some people are counting on me. Some people go to me for support, and some people go to me for laughter and a good time. And other people might look up to me, and other people might, I don't know, just like simply observe me, and maybe they're gonna learn a lesson from my never giving upness. It doesn't mean I have to fake it and act like everything's happy, because that doesn't get me anywhere either. I'll be honest. I will admit when I've fallen. I'll admit when I'm struggling or when I've been hurt. But I'm not going to give up or use that as an excuse to stop trying. So number 4, it might hurt, bite, sting, or even nearly kill you. But if I am breathing here today, I have something to be thankful for. There are days I can't even stand, and each breath really is painful. It feels like a stab in my chest, but I'm still breathing, so I can find something to be grateful for. I've had several situations in my life where I came closer to death than maybe I like to admit, because that can be scary to look back on, but I truly do feel like I have been given a second and third and fourth chance at life. And so who am I to sit here and complain about it when I've been given so many restarts, if you want to call it that way, that I have something to be thankful for, simply because I woke up today. I'm still here. There's been moments in my life where it could have been very easy for me to not be here today. So I would be wise to be thankful for the days that I do have. 5, I would never ever want one of my loved ones to give up on themselves. I do have high standards for the people in my life who I keep around me, and I also never ever want them to feel like they have no value, no worth, or nothing to give. So in a sense, I need to hold myself to those same standards. If I don't want them to ever give up on themselves, then I need to not give up on myself too. And 6, maybe this one's kind of comforting but still kind of sad, but it's true, is that I'm not special in my suffering. My husband's calling me, one sec. All right, sorry, I just had to answer that phone call. But that's it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'll just start over. Number 6. I am not special in my suffering. Every person will go through some sort of hardship, most likely many. Some may happen to me, and some may happen because of me. But I'll take the lesson, rebuild when needed, rest when needed, and keep going. Look at my hair. I know that my experiences are unique to myself, but so is everyone else with their own life. I'm not trying to speak for anybody else's hardships, and I wouldn't want anyone to do that for me. But I do think that everyone can relate to going through difficult times in their life. And sometimes we're just stuck going, I don't even know what to do. And that's when I know I can lean on the people that I trust. I can take it easy if needed. I can journal. I can rebuild my life up, and I have over and over and over. But I don't want to give up. There's so much more in this life. There's my big goals. Like I'm going to grad school this fall, and someday I am going to be a counselor. I'm gonna be a therapist. And then there's like smaller things throughout my life. Like I wanted some good coffee today, and I actually took time to make it, even though it literally took like 5 seconds. Or just like going for a walk in the woods when I have the opportunity to, a good book before I go to bed, or the smiles on the kids' faces that I take care of throughout the day, or when one has an amazing like breakthrough moments where finally they start talking if they were nonverbal, or they're able to remember and recall different things throughout the day, or explain to us how they're feeling. I'm so grateful for all of those moments. And like I said in the other reason, there's so much more in this life beyond just me and my struggles. So maybe some of that sounds cheesy, maybe some of it sounds repetitive to, you know, the typical quotes and motivational speeches that we hear, but it is true. We have to find our why. Otherwise, you kind of lose purpose in this life. You don't really know what you're doing, why you're here, why you have goals, and you're just going to be knocked down by every wave that hits you. So, even though some days I struggle, even though I still have very anxious nights or very painful mornings or days where I'm not sure I'm even well enough to drive, where I really have to think about, am I going to be able to take a shower or do I need a nap after the shower? If anyone who knows POTS or has similar things to POTS, you understand that one. But yeah, this is the video. And I thought, a little bit of a heavier topic, so I'd make the scenery kind of cutesy. And to me, fall time is when my spirit just comes to life. And summer is like the chaos season of the year. And chaos can be fun, it can be crazy and adventurous. But fall is when things finally start calming down. And that is when I feel the most alive, the most cared for in like the seasons of life. And so I wanted to, decorate for that season, because I feel like that's another reason I don't give up, because fall is still coming. Like I said in my other video before, like everyone has their thing. For me, it's like my fall, my happy place, my healing, my rest. Everyone has their thing. It's like that thing is coming. That is still part of my life, even if right now I'm in the crazy part of life. So anyways, I gotta stop rambling. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching. I will see you in my next video. And yeah, best of luck to everyone who's going back to school. Whatever you guys got going on in your life, just don't give up, okay? All right, bye.